Greetings. You are welcome to Refitness with Auntie right here on Lighthouse Television. I'm happy to be back here. And today we are not going to jump and run and stretch, but I'm hoping that after all the shows that you've been a part of, or if it's your first time, I am hoping that you're into the habit of exercise, taking care of your body now and again. Our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and we need to take good care of them. So it's not just about how much we pray, how much we read our Bibles. All these is very good. Prayer, reading your Bible, fellowship, very, very important. But taking care of this engine that God has given to us is very, very important. One of the things I usually say on this show is putting the right fuel in the engine of your car is as important as what you are putting into this body, okay? The food that you're putting into this body, how you are daily taking care of your system. Okay, so today I have special guests on our show, okay? And I'll let them introduce themselves. And today we're going to look at men's fitness, men's health in general, okay? And on my left, we have...
Mark.
Yes.
And a life coach. I love young people.
Okay, and I'm proud to say he's a husband to me here. Wonderful. It's nice to have you on the show, Mark.
Thank you.
Yes, and on my right, we have...
Yes. Well, I have two men right here who love fitness, and
they all love life in abundance. And I just want to... there's a statement people always say that women age faster than men, but and so they tend to marry with a big gap, like a much younger wife. Yes, but is that true? Because from what I see, from what I observe, men tend to age faster, I thought, than women actually do. And when you look around and actually see by ratio how many people have hypertension between men versus women, I think we have more men struggling with a lot of these issues than we do women. Do you have any comments on that? Do men actually age faster? Are they in conditions?
About who ages faster.
Okay.
It's body types. When you find ladies that have structures that are a bit leaner, you can't easily tell their ages, and they turn out well and so on. But you see, all conditions remaining constant, the lady's body takes a lot of toll.
Okay.
The bath, the kind of work they do, the monthly periods they go through, they keep losing a lot. The childbirth, so many things. And so the toll on the body, pops it up. There's so many hormones that are at play. Sometimes the ladies look much older than their actual age.
Well.
However, there are others that have body types that, even with all that going on, that the body types remain small. It happens also to men. There are lots of men these days whose head becomes white even in the 20s, and then a pot belly comes on, and the guy looks thick and fat. So he stands next to even someone 10 years older than him, and you think he's the senior. It's just because of the body type. But I think if you start to master and understand your body types, you can easily reverse that trend and get yourself looking younger. I don't know why people need to look younger. I think they just need to look their age. I don't know why, why should you look younger? You need to look your age. Because some people think that when you're 50, you look like this. When you're 40, you look like this. When you're 30, you look like that. And that's wrong.
Okay.
I think 50 is still young.
50 is still young. Yeah.
People need to be looking young. 60, you are now middle-aged. But these days you see a 40-year-old and you just wonder, this man is having one foot in the grave. yeah, of his life. Well,
Right.
I would end there with a few comments.
Basically, I'll just add into that sort of I do not think all factors held constant. That statement makes sense. But
Okay.
like he said, ladies have a lot to deal with when it comes to hormones
Right.
and all that. And,
Right. Yeah, but I still
and
think
then-
men do have a lot of pressures too.
I think
Besides,
for what takes toll on a man is more of mental stress,
Yeah.
Okay.
right?
Okay. Now we're
And
talking.
then with the women,
Yeah.
it's physical stress.
Right.
Yeah. So
right.
whether you look older or younger
Yeah.
depends on how you've managed those
Stresses.
those stresses exactly.
Okay, what is the list of things that really takes a toll on a man that affects his health? Can we come up with some of those things? What really hampers the health of a man?
I think the first is like one of the simplest things that the simplest things. It sounds simple, but it's what it's the way most of us men have been raised.
Okay.
Not to show our emotions,
Right.
or
Okay.
speak
Okay.
or be emotional, all
Right.
that, which brings a lot of healing
Okay.
to the soul and to the body.
Okay.
But we are raised to be tough,
Yes.
to be hard, to be strong.
Yes.
I don't understand the definition of all those things in relation.
Men
to
don't
that.
cry. You know
But
that common saying.
Exactly. So we carry a lot,
Okay.
and by 40, it begins
To show.
to show.
Right. Right.
The wrinkles in the
Right,
hair
right.
turning grey early,
Right.
falling off and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
All those, in most cases, when you go down to research, you notice there's a very
So a
big
lack of
stress-related
expression is a
issues.
big
Yeah,
one.
Lack of expression.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hustle.
And hustle.
Tight.
What do you mean hustle?
A man's hustle in
Because-
this world is
I do know also ladies are trying to hustle and get those things. But,
Right.
the relationships also that you have with your wife and the kids, that can take a toll on a man. No
Okay.
wonder they stay out a bit late and want to come back after they are sure the lady is asleep. And so they sneak in. But you are grey. Now, I'm not saying anything. The
Right.
responsibilities are
Okay.
too many. The thought pattern, the economic systems,
Right.
the demand on men, and the feeling that many times men have that they are alone,
Right.
and they and they raise the ladies to feel that they have to get everything from their man, even when
Right.
they can handle the situations with
Okay.
you. Many ladies just leave it to the man
Okay.
and leave him to handle the thing. And so the only thing you hear one day is that the man has died of pressure, of a heart attack, and so on. And you don't know, why didn't he share these things? Because everyone puts him up there, and he has to work out a miracle.
Who does he talk to? Who should he talk to,
Right
really?
Yeah. I think they try to talk to each other, but unfortunately, they only talk to each other when they are drunk.
Oh,
When there is a
okay.
drug somewhere. But a
Okay.
man in his sane mind usually wants to look good in front of his
Exactly.
fellow man.
Right.
And that's the problem. But when he takes something that encourages him to feel happy, then everything comes out as frustration, not as trying to find solutions.
Okay, I know very well that once we carry a lot of stress in our
system, I always focus on this, and then we see the pressure.
see the cancers and all these kinds of things happening in our system. So on a personal note, how have you handled stress? If you can give some pointers that will help another man who's listening in right now. Yes, what are some of the things you have done on a personal note to help yourself distress? Okay. Emma?
Personally, I would say I have no option because the way I grew up,
Okay.
would probably be one of those that would gray fast.
Yeah. Okay. Why is
if I was
that?
to just let it be because of the pressure.
Yes. Okay.
And then finally, I got into responsibility very early, right? And that it could be a good thing, but
Right.
also when it comes to what we're talking about now,
Right.
you could show results.
Yes. Yes.
very early.
Very early. Yes.
But I would say what has helped me the most has been my workout lifestyle.
Wow.
Right? I grew up watching my dad work out. He was a boxer. He was all these things. So he did these things. And that was encouraging, but I think it's also like become part of me.
Right.
And when my stress levels would get really high, I'll just go to the gym and
Right.
put it all.
Right.
The metals and what, burn
Yes.
that adrenaline.
Yes.
By the time you're back home, stress levels are low.
Right.
Certain things will not trigger you and all that because you left it all.
Yes. You've sweated it out. You used the poisons all came
Yeah,
out.
so that I would say has
Yeah.
played a very big
Yes.
role in my stress.
Wow.
And dealing with stress. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It calms. So exercise calms you down, helps you refocus.
Very much.
Very
so,
much.
yeah.
Very much. Wow.
Very much. So actually,
Excellent.
even during my exercises,
Right.
actually my brain is sharpest.
Okay.
I think best. I
Right.
make the
Right.
best decisions I've made is
Right.
during my workouts.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know why, but
It's totally
it always
awesome.
happens.
Oh, great.
It always
Wow.
happens
Let's go
that
to
way.
gym. Okay, Mark.
Must you go to the gym? Because you have
Okay.
your own workout stuff at home.
Well, I have my own workout stuff, but this is stuff I've had to gather. Like before I
Okay.
got these things, I've not always have any of these things. I would get jerry cans,
Right.
domola.
Right.
I fill them with sand,
Right.
push a stick through,
Okay.
right? And then go and do my bench press.
Wow. That's pretty heavy.
And all the smaller jerry cans, fill them also.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I completely, like, I loved what I did, so I didn't find any excuse not to do it.
So you would
I'd find ways of
create a
creating.
functional gym at
Exactly,
home.
at home.
Yes.
Use
yes,
sand, use
yes,
stones,
yes.
anything you can.
So for you as a blood group O, that's what is that all you do to de-stress?
One thing is I'm very emotional. Although, like I said, the stuff you go through in life sometimes has a way of also burning those emotions out.
Right.
So with time, you don't break down like you used to. The things that used to now you just let
You
things
toughen up,
go
you
and
toughen up.
toughen up.
Yeah,
You build some
yeah.
muscle. But
But that was a good
I'm
point.
one person
Yeah,
who
yeah.
is not exactly afraid of letting out my emotions.
Yeah.
And I think that has healed me a lot.
Right.
Talking
right.
Especially
about
when it
them.
comes to whether
Right.
it's talking about them or expressing them or breaking down if I have to.
Oh,
I just allow it flow when it flows.
You can cry.
Yeah.
Okay. In front of your wife. No.
I think it's safer there.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, it's safer there.
And then she gives you a hug.
It's the
Oh, I
safest
like
place.
Everything
this.
is okay.
This is
Exactly.
totally
And you
awesome.
feel okay after that.
Definitely. There's a relief that just comes when you let go.
Okay, one of the things I'm
So
truly
you are one of the men who falls into your wife's hands and cries.
Yeah, once in a while.
isn't that
sometimes
beautiful?
you cry, sometimes
what's wrong with that?
she cries, sometimes you cry together.
Hey.
And it's I mean, all these emotions are part of a human being, so
To all
I
men
don't
do
know why we
that.
should shut out some and then boost some, but
Right.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't feel
Yeah.
any embarrassment about it or ashamed about it. No.
Yeah.
That's a
I-
beautiful
I-
place to do that.
Yeah.
With your wife. But I've also seen you do that with Mark sometimes when you're heated up or you have stuff up your sleeves and you're like, man, it's just not the week. I've seen how the two of you will sit and just talk through hard stuff and
Yeah.
and you speak sense to yourselves and speak wisdom to yourselves and for me I think that is a wonderful thing for a man is to be able to talk to his wife, but also to be able to talk to another man.
Yeah, someone you can trust.
Someone you can trust, not just any man, and actually get some sense in that day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so
So-
I've
so
enjoyed
where
watching
do
the two of you.
Well, where
do
do
that.
they find those kinds of people? Because young people are looking for men they can
Yes,
share with. It's
exactly.
not very easy.
Yes, yes.
How do you find them?
Oh man, that's a tough question because one I can talk to, and you'll find many people actually prefer to speak to people they don't know.
They don't know,
Because
yes.
I won't see you again. I won't meet you again. Let me put this
And you
here.
see, that doesn't help because you don't build any relationship.
Exactly. There's
And you
no
do not build on
discipleship.
anything.
There's
Yes.
no follow up, and you just want to speak, pay you, speak, leave my emotions, and walk out. But I don't know.
I think a flashback on who has been in your life longer and who has been helpful can help you make a decision.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when you look back at your life, a
Yes.
series of
Yes.
events, the people and what,
Yes.
there's people you can see
Yes.
a constant.
Yes, exactly.
They've seen you stupid, they've seen you sharp, they've seen you make the silly decisions,
right.
but they have held on to
right.
you.
Yes.
Right? Those are the kind of people that you can trust
Right.
when you get here, because the main issue a man has
Right.
is not talking,
Right.
but are you still going to look at me as the man you
Yes.
think I am?
After you
after
know
this?
all my stuff.
That's
Of
their
course it
biggest fear.
changes.
Does it?
Does it?
It does.
Oh,
So
no, this is
Sometimes
terrible.
look tough when they
Okay.
come. By the end of it, you realize this guy is emotional. He has issues.
Yeah, but
exactly,
does
but
your
does
view?
your respect for the man change?
No, the respect may never change.
Oh, I
And
see.
it may even grow.
Oh, good. Okay.
But the challenge is that many of us pretend
Right.
to be what we are not.
Exactly.
We pretend. You have debts because you're trying to build a certain
a certain-
image.
yeah.
You get into decisions because you're building a certain image. And now, when the backfire on you, you still want to look that kind of person, and yet you are not that kind of person. And-
Exactly.
And you
Right,
don't
right.
want the other man to say to you, man, stop pretending to be what you're not.
Yeah.
Get down to life.
Yeah.
Now, that is very painful for a man. It doesn't take away who you are.
Right.
It, in fact, establishes who you really are.
Well,
You find out where you really are instead of giving a puffed up image.
Right, right.
You borrow a car, but the creditors are on you. You
Yeah.
borrow money or you are in a mortgage, and the stress is on you, and you
Right.
throw it at this one and that one. You're putting on
Okay.
a suit.
Right.
You're tying your neck, but you
Right.
can't afford this. You can't afford that. Finally, they just see in the papers, the man collapsed and died.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Now, it's good to go to a person you can trust.
Right.
And you say, guy, I
Yeah.
have gotten myself into this. How do you guys look at it?
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
guy will tell you, you see, you have shot at the moon, but but really, your shot only can hit a cloud.
Oh,
Start
man.
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And
Wow.
you bring down and you get down to the place and start to build your life there. Now, the thing is that many men start to feel they will look at me differently.
Right.
You see, scale down. If you've gone for a 7-bedroomed house, which you can't afford, scale down to a
Right.
4-bedroomed house.
Right.
If you've gone for a big machine that is giving you stress and you're whitening on the head, come down to an Ipsum.
Yeah, I think
You
in
see-
relation to what you're saying, actually, comparison
Yes.
Right.
is also like
right.
the moment you deal, because men are
Just give you an example. If another man walks into the room, just something happens to him.
just watch them whenever you're in meetings.
I
When
thought-
someone walks in, they'll start to also check themselves.
I thought it was a ladies' thing.
Right? Somehow.
Really?
You look at your
Oh,
jeans
okay.
and then you
No, they already know their genes.
you know
Don't
but
look at themselves, but
something-
they suddenly
in-
know the guy that is over them.
exactly.
Really?
You understand what I'm
Wow.
saying?
That puts stress on you now.
Wow.
Because
You need to come to the place
Yes.
Okay.
where you understand the man is at that level, I am here.
Wow.
Okay.
And that comparison, I think, is what coming to a place where you are content in your own achievement,
Right.
not complacent.
Right.
Two different things.
Still having an aspiration for better,
Yes.
but not feeling bad about someone's success.
Exactly.
Right.
Now
Exactly.
that is where I think we as men, the stress levels come,
Okay,
because
okay.
society wants to
Right.
always think a man should be here, a man should be here, and so the
Right.
ladies also come thinking you should be like the other guy, you should learn from the other guy, and instead
But
of
the neighbors' kids are going to the
yes,
other
they are going to
schools.
the other
Right,
schools. Why
right,
is yours
right,
not there?
right.
Other men, people are finding the money. Why
Right,
about you?
right.
What is the difference between them and you?
Yeah.
You say to yourself, I'm not them, I'm not that.
Okay, Mark.
They also started
Okay,
somewhere.
Mark. Okay, let's wrap up on that. My
Last question, we have men in different ages.
but right now watching, but right now what I'm seeing is the biggest problem is men after 40 that are really struggling with health issues right now, whether it's prostate cancer or the diabetes.
Diabetes,
Yes, heart disease and pressure.
multiple things.
Yes. How does a man pick himself up right now to improve on his health? What are the things he needs to do to improve his health? We have a few minutes left.
Is
So
it the end of him?
is it the end of
Or he's
him?
40?
What can he do? What can he do? Yes.
That's the end of him.
So there's so many people sitting there saying, I love
Come
that.
on.
That vibe is good, but it's for these young ones. For us,
Yeah.
we already.
Yes.
That-
Yes.
I'm not
So-
40 yet, so I'll let you.
I think I think that the feeling that is the end is something. But
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
you need to know that now you are not as young anymore.
Okay.
And you cannot
be
afford
careful.
some indulgences
Okay.
that you had. You need to watch
That's
your
good.
diet.
That's good.
You need to watch your lifestyle. You need to, and this is the time that people have not been prepared for what you call midlife crisis.
Okay.
Midlife is when you are transitioning from being a young person to a middle-aged or older person, and you start to check everything you thought you
Right.
knew,
Right.
every decision you thought, and this is the time when many of us make lifestyle changes. You go
Okay.
to a doctor and he says you've got pressure.
Yes.
Go to the doctor and he says you've got diabetes.
Yes.
You go to the man and say, your stress levels are very
But
high
also
and
with
you have
evidence,
cancer.
even with the success,
Yes.
as they say, at 40, between 40 and 45, most men finally break through the roof financially. So
Yes.
it's not only the negative, but
Yes,
also
The positive,
what I'm basically
okay.
saying is
Yes.
that is the time when they
Yes.
start to check themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone tells you you have cancer, you
Yeah.
have diabetes,
Right.
you have pressure, you
Right.
have arthritis. Then you ask yourself, how did I get myself here?
Right.
And
Okay.
I'm just seemingly starting out to understand
Okay.
my calling and my purpose.
Right.
And suddenly you realize if you don't make any changes now, you will be
Okay.
dead.
We're about to close. What are those changes? Let's just mention them. What changes?
Well, you change your
Yeah,
diet.
okay.
You change your friends.
Definitely.
You change.
Okay.
You change the way you have been. Dealing with your wife and kids.
Okay.
Your
By being
work
more-
schedule.
Okay, all
And
right.
so on.
Okay.
You realize you have to slow down a bit. Your energy levels are not at that level, so you need to be wiser.
Okay.
To have the extra cutting edge.
Okay.
All those changes come in.
Okay.
A bit of exercise, a bit of
Right.
walking, a bit
Right.
of good dieting, and
Right.
your quality of life just changes.
Wow.
So midlife crisis is just a place where you just adjust
Right.
yourself
Right.
to become sharper,
Sharper.
in the
Wow.
next
Wow.
phase of your life.
Okay. Okay. So, does a man after 40 need a life coach?
Well, if he hasn't got one by now, yes, life will to the coach. It's all. Well, here's why I have a life coach. Mark is available.
To actually sit with you, Mark is a counselor and a life coach at that. So, you want somebody to talk to. The tables have turned, or you just need some advice on something in relationship with your wife or with your mother or whatever it is that's happening. Mark is available. You can contact him on 0704-343-863. Okay, Emma, please, one thing, if you can share one point that can help men. You're in...
With my wife 2 weeks ago, and,
Yes,
and
yes.
it just hit my head. I told her, wait, in 6 years I'm going to be 40. Like, I thought by now I'd be feeling different, but I'm not. But the time is like ticking. One thing I would say is I don't think there's no time that's too late for you to start anything. Like
Right.
you can start at any time. I remember
That's
you
it,
sent me a
that's it.
video of a lady that started
Yes.
in her 50s.
She started at
She's
50, she's now
close to
88.
80, and she looked
Yes.
really stunning.
She looks very good, yes.
And
Okay.
I think it's you can start. You can start at any
At
time
any
of your
time,
life. I had
right.
a friend in his 40s. He was turning grey.
Yeah.
Introduced him to gym. His hair turned black
Wow,
in a
wow.
really short time.
Wow.
So it's possible. It's possible, and
Okay,
I think
so-
now he's actually doing
Right.
more in the gym than I
Right,
am.
right.
Right. So
So one of the things that I just love is your
33, 34, Mark is 54. Okay, now look at the difference in that relationship.
20 years, 20 years.
Yes,
And you guys
exactly.
are great friends. Man, you need these friendships, okay? Doesn't matter how old. This is a
Inspires me
super
a lot.
friendship that
Yeah.
inspires me too. And I just want to encourage you to get those friendships, the good friendships that you need. But before you start on any exercise regimen, please go for your body checkup, go to your doctor, find out your blood group. We have special exercises for different blood groups, different diets for different blood groups. But more than anything, eating food the way God created it is the best way for you to achieve optimum health. Being connected to your creator is one of the ways to actually have a great foundation for your health. Okay. So find that man that you need in your life and find God and find a good program. Okay. Get yourself a good life coach. He's right here. And M too, okay? And also you want your skill going, we're also available to help you with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Mark, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Emma, thank you for coming. By the way, the next week you tune in, we shall be focusing more on men after 40 as well as women after 40. All right, love you guys. Come in next time, and please tag your friends to watch this show, and please post this as much as you can to everybody else. Love you guys. Love from Auntie Mo. God bless you. Bye.